Many believe that the melee changes brought by the Old Blood update have altered the melee meta on a bad way. They think that it had brought more nerf than buff to those powerful melee weapons. I must admit that I was disappointed too, as some of my favorite overpowered melee weapons were weak, to the point that they become inefficient in killing enemies. However, this doesn't mean that the melee rework sucks. Honestly, the update brought more buffs than nerfs. Just take for example Grand Prime. I have featured this heavy sword in my previous video, and dubbed it as one of the strongest melee weapons right now, but I have not shown you how extremely overpowered Grand Prime right now. To begin with, Grand Prime is now way cheaper to build for endgame plays. You don't need any sacrificial mods that cost a lot of endo to max. Hell, having primed mods are also optional. The best part is, even with a cheap build, your Grand Prime will become a red crit DPS, spin-to-win machine. With this build, your Grand Prime will be overpowered. Some think that Blood Rush was nerfed during the Old Blood update. On contrary, it was buff in my opinion. The recent melee tweak allows us to achieve 12 times combo multiplier fast. It will just take 220 hits to achieve 12 times combo multiplier, thus allowing you to gain a bonus of 720% crit chance almost every time. Now that's orange and red crits every 12 times combo multiplier. But leader, how about constant red crits? Put 3 gladiator mods on your Deconstructor Prime, and you gain an additional 30% crit chance per combo multiplier, which turns to 360% bonus crit chance if you achieved 12 times combo multiplier. Now that would translate to red crits all day. The best part about gladiator mods is that it can be equipped on your sentinel weapon, and still works on your melee weapon. And lastly, the buff lasts indefinitely. Even if your sentinel dies, the critical chance bonus per combo multiplier stays. Now let's get back to the build. If you haven't seen my recent video, then you will probably wonder why I don't have primed pressure point on my build. It's because condition overload buff happened. The 120% melee damage per status applied, makes primed pressure point just an option to further increase your overall damage. Remember, we can apply a lot of status to the enemies with this weapon, since it's easy to increase its status chance, and we can still get the melee bonus without modding this weapon with a pure status build, by simply applying status with your any status-based primary or secondary weapon. With Virulent Scourge, Vicious Frost, and Drifting Contact, my Grand Prime can achieve an 83% status chance. I choose Viral for this weapon by the way, since it works well with the heavy innate slash damage of Grand Prime. If you are a fan of mean maxing builds, and prefer damage over quality of life improvement, then you can remove primed reach on this build, add Weeping Wounds, and then replace Virulent Scourge with primed Fever Strike. Weeping Wounds works like Blood Rush, and its status chance buff becomes efficient thanks to the recent melee changes. The last mods that you need are Berserker and Cleaving Whirlwind. This mod for increase attack speed, as we know how slow this heavy weapon is, and lastly, Cleaving Whirlwind is the best stance for Grand Prime right now. Its Broken Bull and Sundered Tusk combos are probably one of the best combos in the game right now. They are both fancy and very effective in a fight. Broken Bull allows Grand Prime to become a spin-to-win weapon, while Sundered Tusk deals insane damage, plus it provides good mobility to the user. The best part is, these combos can now be performed easily. Grand Prime was a superior weapon in the past, but with the help of the melee changes, it is now easily one of the top 3 melee weapons in the game. Take note that this weapon is just one of the many melee weapons that have been buffed by the recent update. I will feature other melee weapons, and most probably, these videos will teach you how to mod these weapons for endgame content. For now, go try out this Grand Prime build variation, and I just hope that I have included all the necessary details you need for this weapon. If you find this video informative, please don't hesitate to give it a like, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching. Squad Leader signing off.